Hi guys! Another lesson na naman tayo. Today, this is grade 6 math, quarter 4, module 7. So, nasa module 7 na tayo sa grade 6 math at last module na ito. That is solve routine and non-routine problems involving theoretical and experimental probability. Ano yung probability? Probability is used to describe how likely and unlikely it is that something will happen. This can be expressed in fraction, decimal, or percent. Ano naman yung theoretical probability? It is what is expected to happen based on the possible outcomes, assuming equally likely events. So, meron tayong dalawang probability. Ang first is theoretical probability at ang pangalawa is experimental probability. Ang theoretical probability, it is based on the possible outcomes and meron siyang formula sa pag-solve ng theoretical probability. So, ito yung formula natin. Ang formula natin is probability of event is equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by the number of possible outcomes. So, napag-aralan na natin ito sa mga previous lesson natin. Now, ang pangalawa naman is experimental probability. Is found by repeating an experiment and observing the outcome. So, from the word experiment, that is experimental. So, gagawa ka ng experiment, tapos i-observe mo ang iyong outcome. So, ang iyong outcome is naka-base sa iyong experiment. At ang formula naman sa pagkuha nito ay probability of event is equal to number of times event occurred divided by the total number of trials in experiment. Meron tayong example dito sa theoretical probability. Hannah will roll a die. What is the theoretical probability in getting the number 2 and 4 in rolling a die? Sa pag-solve ng routine and non-routine problems, meron tayong mga steps na sinusunod. So, paulit-ulit lang itong mga steps natin. Meron tayong 4 na steps. First is what is asked. Second is what are given. Third is what operations and formula to be used. And then, ang fourth is solve. Si Hannah, mag-roll siya ng die. So, ano daw yung theoretical probability na makakuha siya ng number 2 at 4 kapag ni-roll niya yung die? So, ang first step natin is what is asked. So, ano yung hinahanap or ano yung kanyang tinatanong? Ang kanyang hinahanap is the theoretical probability of getting the number 2 and 4 when die is rolled once. Next step is what are given. So, ano yung given natin? Ang given natin is the number 2 and 4 in a rolling die and then the 6 possible outcomes in a die. Bakit 6? Kasi 6 na face, 6 na mukha ang die. So, meron siyang number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or ipapakita ko sa inyo kung ano yung die. So, for example, ito yung die natin. So, merong nakalagay na 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, ibig sabihin, 6 ang kanyang mukha. Ngayon, what operations and formula to be used? So, ano yung operation na gagamitin natin? Of course, ang formula natin sa pagkuha ng theoretical probability is equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by the number of possible outcomes. So, of course, divide siya. So, meron tayong division pagkatapos gagamitin natin ang formula. So, ito yung operations at formula na gagamitin natin. Dahil tapos na tayo sa given, ngayon naman is isolve na natin ang ating theoretical probability. So, probability of 2 and 4, kasi gusto niyang makuha, 2 at 4 ang gusto niyang makuha na result. So, that's why probability of 2 and 4 is equal to, ano yung formula natin? Number of favorable outcomes divided by the number of possible outcomes. Bakit 2 ang ating favorable outcomes? Kasi dalawang number ang gusto niyang makuha na result. So, that is 2 and 4. That's why dalawa ang ating favorable outcomes kasi dalawa ang gusto niyang makuha na result. Tapos, divided by 6. Bakit 6? Kasi ang number of possible outcomes. So, ano yung total number ng ating die? 6. Kasi 6 ang number of faces ng die. So, kaya 6 ang ating total number of possible outcome. Kaya 2/6 ang ating solution. So, 2/6 or 2/6, dapat i-express natin is in a simplest form ang ating sagot. So, ang 2/6 is i-reduce natin siya into lowest term. So, 2 divided by 2, kasi pareho silang ma-divide sa 2. So, 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. And then, 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3. So, that's why naging 1/3 siya or 1/3. So, ang kumpletong sagot natin is, therefore, the probability of getting the number 2 and 4 in a rolling die is 1/3. Gaya ng sabi natin kanina na ang probability pwede nating ma-express into fraction. So 1/3 or 0.33 or decimal or 33.3%. So bakit siya naging 33 or 0.33? Kasi kapag i-divide natin ang 1/3, si 1 i-divide natin kay 3. So 1 divided by 3. 3 divided by 1 cannot be. So magdagdag tayo ng 0 and then point dito sa quotient. So 10 divided by 3 is equal to 3. 3 times 3 is equal to 9. Subtract. 10 minus 9 is equal to 1 and add another 0. So 10 divided by 3 is equal to 3. 3 times 3 is equal to 9. Subtract 1, dagdag 0. So paulit-ulit lang tayo. Basta ang sagot natin is magiging 0.3333 siya. Kaya naging ang ating decimal is 0.33 or ang ating percent is 33.3%. Paano siya naging 33.3? I-multiply natin siya sa 100. So, ipagpalagay natin dahil tatlong number ang ating 100. So, tatlong 3 din yung ilagay natin. Kasi kapag ipagpatuloy natin siya, maraming 3 siya. So, multiplied by 100. 0 times 3 equals 0, 0 times 3 equals 0, 0 times 3 equals 0, 0 times 3, 0, so tatlong 0. Pinapakita ko lang sa inyo yung process of multiplication. Pero kung gusto nyo, pwede nyo na siyang i-direct. So 0 dito, and then 0 dito, pagkatapos itong tatlong 3. So 1 times 3 is equal to 3, 1 times 3 is equal to 3, 1 times 3 is equal to 3. So, 1, 2, dalawang 0, and then 0, 0, 3, so 3, 0 and 3 is 3. Add na tayo dito. And then bring down 3. So, ilang decimal point? 1, 2, 3. So, 1, 2, 3. So, that's why, naging 33.3% siya kapag i-convert mo siya into percent. Example naman tayo sa experimental probability. So, ito yung ikaw na yung gagawa, mag-i-experiment. John tossed the coins 12 times. Suppose the coin landed on head 8 times and the coin landed on tail 4 times. What is the experimental probability of getting a head in a tossed coin? So, kukuha muna ako ng coin. Ipagpalagay natin na ito yung ating coin. So, ito yung ating head and then ito yung ating, baliktad. Ito yung ating head at ito yung ating tail. So, ito yung ating coin. Pagkatapos si John daw is nag-toss siya ng coins 12 times. Tapos, nagland ang coins na head ang lumabas 8 times at ang tail naman is lumabas siya ng 4 times. So, ano yung experimental probability na nakakuha siya ng head sa pag-toss niya ng coins? Okay, or coins. Sige. Ang first step is what is asked. The experimental probability of getting a head in a tossed coin. So, ito yung what is asked natin. And then, ang step 2 natin is what are given. So, ano yung given natin sa ating problem? Ang given natin is John tossed the coin 12 times. And then, the coin landed on the head 8 times. Pagkatapos, the coin landed on the tail 4 times. So, ito yung given natin doon. Nag-toss si John ng coin 12 times, pagkatapos nag-land ng head 8 times, at nag-land din ang tail ng 4 times. So, next step, what operations and formula to be used? So, ang operation na gagamitin natin is division. At ang formula na gagamitin natin is probability of event is equal to number of times event occurs divided by the total number of trials in experiment. So, ito yung formula natin sa pag-solve ng experimental probability. Number of times event occurred. So, kung ilang times yung gusto mong makuha na result divided by kung ilang times ka for example, nag-toss ng coins. Okay, so isolve na natin siya. So, ito na yung solution natin. Probability of head, kasi head yung gusto niyang makuha or head yung pinahanap sa atin kung ano yung probability na makakuha siya ng head. So, ilang times naglabas yung head? 8 times. Divided by ilang toss yung ginawa niya? 12 times. So that's why 8 divided by 12 or 8 over 12. Or atin siyang i-reduce into lowest term. So si 8 at si 12, pwede silang ma-divide dalawa sa 4. So si 8 divided by 4 is equal to 2. And then 12 divided by 4 is equal to 3. Kaya ang sagot natin is 2/3 or 0.66 or 66.6%. Kasi i-express natin siya in a fraction, decimal, and percent. So, bakit 0.66? I-divide natin si 2 at si 3. So, 2 divided by 3, 2, hindi pwede. So, magdagdag tayo ng 0, decimal na. So, 20 divided by 3 is equal to 6. 6 times 3 is equal to 18. Subtract. 20 minus 18 is equal to 2. Dagdag another 0. 20. So, 6. Paulit-ulit lang tayo. Same lang kanina. And then, dagdag another 0 tayo. So, that is 6 again. And then, 18 and so on and so forth. So, hindi siya matatapos. So, kukunin natin itong 0.666. So, again, sa paggawa mo ng percent sa kanya, i-multiply mo siya ng 100. So, kapag i-multiply mo siya ng 100, ang 100 is meron tayong dalawang 0. So, simply, i-move mo lang itong decimal point natin dito, 1, 2. So, ang sagot mo na sa iyong percent is 66.6%. Ito na yung final answer natin. Therefore, the experimental probability of getting ahead in tossing a coin is 2/3 or 0.66 or 66.6%. So, ito na yung final answer natin. That's all for today's video, guys. Sana may natutunan kayo sa ating lesson kung paano tayo mag-solve ng routine at non-routine problems involving theoretical and experimental probability. Ang susunod naman nating lesson is grade 5 math naman na module 7, pagkatapos grade 4 math na module 7. See you on our next lesson. Bye!